Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Center of Peace and our Sunday morning celebration. I am delighted that you all are here this morning joining us in taking this opportunity to celebrate love and to celebrate life. My name is Twana Malone. I am the senior minister here at the Center of Peace. We have a wonderful service in store this morning. We have our licensed professional practitioners assisting us in our service this morning. We have leading us this morning in our treatment, Cynthia Banks. Leading us in our selected readings for the day, Hazel Spears. Holding consciousness for us this morning, knowing the truth about our time together and its unfolding in the most wonderful and magnificent way. We have both Jackie Jackson and Marilyn Watkins. Jackie from afar and Marilyn to my left in quiet repose. You'll see her, she's not sleeping, she's in prayer, holding what we like to call the high watch. This morning, our music is being sung forth through Marcy Francis, and she has friends with her. Greeting all who walk in is Susan Saunders and Sheila Denikin. We have Al, Vern, and Nicole on the ones, twos, and threes in the back, holding it down, making sure that all who join us via live stream can do so and enjoy the service with us. And we are grateful about that. This morning, to my left, we have Zuma here who will be leading us in the ringing of the chakra bow. We have the chakra bow here. It is just a tool for us to use through vibration and energy that we bring our attention and our awareness. It gives us the opportunity to bring our attention and our awareness into this present moment and to be here, to be so fully present here, allowing everything else just to simply settle down to the side so that we can get all that this moment has to offer us. So we are taking this month off from doing meditation, the practice that we usually do each Sunday before as service starts for 10 minutes, and we have put something else in its place. So what we're doing, though, to start our service off is we're starting off with 1 minute of silence, and then we'll move into the ringing of the chakra bowl and then treatment. All right, here we go. Feel that vibration. Allow it to flow through you. And know that this is the vibration of God. It is the vibration of life. And it flows through
all things. It is the vibration of love. It is the vibration of intelligence, wisdom. It is ever flowing, ever evolving, never ending. And this vibration is life, is God. It is me, running in and through me, as it is you, each and every one of you. No matter where you are, it is the life of the one. And as such, we are one. And I know that it is impossible for us to be separate or apart from this one source. It is impossible for us to be separate or apart from each other, regardless to how it appears. We are the one source, and I am grateful for this. I am grateful to know that the words that are spoken here, the feelings and the vibrations that come through is of that one source. It is unifying. It is enhancing. It is love. So with great gratitude, knowing that this love flows through each and every one of us, it flows through all of creation. I bask in it, and I implore you to allow yourselves to bask in it as well. So with great gratitude and knowing, I place these words into the law of mind, knowing that it's so, it has always been so, it will always be so. It was so before I could think to utter the words. I let them go, I let them be, and I let God. And we anchor this prayer by saying together, and so it is.
Thank you, Cynthia. That was beautiful. And thank you, Zulma. All right. So what I'd like to do at this time is invite you all, as we turn our attention to our vision and our mission, I'd like to invite you to join us in the reading of our vision and our mission as we come together to see it as a realized reality in our lifetime. There are QR codes in the back of your chair. If you download the QR code, you'll find the vision and the mission there. It's also to my right-hand side and behind me. So if you'll join me in reading of our vision and our mission. Our vision, a loving and peaceful world where all of humanity is honored as the divinity within is experienced. And our mission, the center of peace, is a loving, inclusive, and vibrant community that utilizes and demonstrates spiritual principles and practices to cultivate powerful individuals who together create peace throughout the world. And so it is. And now if you would please stand and join us in the singing of our congregational song, I'm One. You can find the lyrics to the song. Again, if you download the QR code in the back of your chairs, there's also some lyrics that have been printed, and if you need the lyrics, someone will bring the lyrics to you. This song was written by our retired licensed professional practitioner, Bayless Webb.
Spirit, and it dwells inside of me. This perfect spirit, pure loving spirit, rests in everything I see. God walks beside me, protects and guides me. It's ever with me wherever I go. I trust its power.
So while we're standing, let us take this opportunity to just gaze around the room and allow your eyes simply to settle where they will as we welcome each other into this space. So we just remind each other that you matter and that you are loved. Don't miss the moment. And if you are a hugger, you can hug and just make sure you ask before you do hug. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You may be seated. So here at the Center of Peace, we are an open and affirming community. All are welcome here. And if this is your first time here at the Center of Peace, celebrating love and celebrating life with us, we'd love to be able to welcome you into our space, into our homes, by allowing love simply to flow from our heart through our hands. I don't know if I see anybody new today. All right. Well, let us just turn to each other as we just express our hands and allow the love to flow through our hearts as we say, what's up? What it is. Welcome. 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 All right. So I think it's time for announcements. And as Liz is coming forward, I think I'm up to give a couple announcements. So the first announcement that I have to share is that we are, myself along with your practitioner corps, we're putting together a program for November the 5th. We have created a new ritual, and we want you all to come out and join us for our new ritual. We created a ritual that we did back in May, and it was wonderful. Everybody enjoyed it. We had traditionally only had one ritual, and people loved it so much. It's at the end of the year. We just thought it would be a good thing to do since we are releasing and letting go. So put it on your calendar. Be here. You will not regret it. All right. My next announcement is I'd like to share with you about an opportunity to serve Centers for Spiritual Living. Some of you may know and some of you may not know, we are a part of a larger organization called Centers for Spiritual Living. And there are many centers just like our center. There are teaching chapters. There are focus ministries. It's a whole thing. And so they have different councils. They have a leadership council, they have a minister's council, they have a practitioner's council, and they also have a lay member council. And so there's an opportunity to serve on all levels, but I'm talking to the congregation today about the opportunity to serve as a member, to be on the member council, our congregants. And the only requirement is that you have to have taken 3 or 4 certificated classes. So if you're interested in serving on a larger level, the larger congregation, if you want to know more, it's a good way to know more about the organization and its tenets and all of this. The only thing I should say is that you have until October 31st to decide if it's something you'd like to do. So if you want more information about it, you can certainly feel free to ask me and I can point you in the right direction. All right.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So first, we're going to bring up Kamara to speak about the clothes drive. Yeah, if you don't mind. Thank you. I love that jacket. Y'all wearing jackets.
First of all, I want to say that I am just so proud to be a part of this community. You should see how many clothes we've already gathered. So today, obviously Sunday, and next Sunday is our last Sunday. So bring whatever it is you have. They are going to the Be Well Center, located at 8th and Girard, directed by our beloved Jerry Walker and her team. And they have a distribution system, and they really appreciate it because they get too many women's things, but not enough things for men. Okay? So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Anything helps people. T-shirt, pair of pants goes a long way. Next, we have our upcoming class. Rita and Sandra aren't here, but the class does begin on November 1st. It's on a Wednesday, and it's from 6:30 to 8:30, and it goes for 5 weeks. I've taken plenty of classes, and it's always a life-changing opportunity. Like, just don't be afraid to carve out an hour out of a week for yourself. It'll do great for you. So, thank you. The name of the class is Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. And it's free 99. So, can't beat that. And if you do need help setting up or registering for the class, you can always see us in the back today. We can help get you guys set up and registered, okay? Next, we have Community Beyond the Four Walls. The tickets for Wicked are here. Not today, but they'll be here Sunday. And if you can't pick them up, they will be available at the will call station for you. And as always, please make sure that we try to keep our sanctuary clean. Any beverages, trash, just remember to take that with you. And I did a lot. That wasn't supposed to be all me, but we pivot here. It's okay. But I'm going to have Rev come out and close us out. Thank you.
Thank you, Liz. We are actively engaged in our pledge program, so I'm going to call Barbara Jones up. Come on up. So it is Barbara, myself,
and Beth Johnson Byrne, who's always with us every week planning for this outcome of love from you guys from the Pledge Program.
Yes, and so we have a theme song, and Al, if you'll go ahead and cue it up. This is a song by Ricky Byers titled My Connection with God.
Well,
if you are so moved, stand, join
life
us,
we didn't
singing
know who
it,
we were
and
or what we really
whatever you feel
represent.
like doing, moving.
We may have felt so
grooving.
desperate and so alone
Yes.
that we always reached out to somebody to make ourselves feel happy. We did this over and over and over again, but it always turned out to be the same. No peace and no satisfaction. We ended up with a sense of fulfillment, but never with that deep sense of fulfillment. Until one day, we turned within to the kingdom of God, and we heard the still small voice saying, I am your somebody. And then from that moment on, we were able to say, I used to think that I needed somebody, but all that I needed was my connection with God.
I used to think that I needed somebody. All I needed was my connection with God. I used to think that I needed somebody. All I needed was my connection with God. I was looking for someone, somebody to hold me, and I was so desperate. Reached out and then
one way to get warmed up with the truth.
You want me to go first? Or you want me to go last?
My connection with God. Have no fear because of that connection with Spirit, the source of all supply, Spirit. So, I am here to ask you to join me because just this morning I was able to pledge now. We're going to ask each one of us to dig deep inside. Ask yourself, do I love the center of peace? The answer is yes. So where my heart is, so is my treasure. And so I remember being at Ron and Mary's pool, and I watched Jordan and Hazel in the water. I was outside the pool. No longer. I want to be all the way in. All the way in, splashing, laughing, feeling the cool water all the way in. And the first time I came to the center, 2 weeks later, I was on the door because I'm all the way in. So I'm asking you to be all the way in. If you love the center, feel free to fill out a pledge card. Let us know in action. Let us know what you want to give. Weekly, monthly, or for the year. Our annual goal is $240,000 this year. Rev T already gave you her resume. That's just part of it. CEO, CFO, HR, content creator, card cutter, everything you need. Along with the free classes, along with our ministry outside, ministry to each other, always a good cause. So consider the 4 questions that we put in your seat jackets, and those of you who don't have them yet, they're at the desk table over there. Consider the 4 questions. How has your connection or connections at the center of peace inspired or transformed your giving and receiving? How has your practice of the principles informed your giving? Why do I give to the center of peace? Or what moves me to give? How does your understanding or experience of oneness inspire you to give freely, cheerfully, joyfully from a place of joy without expectations or conditions, knowing that all of your needs are met? And if you brought with you your former ecclesiastical experience, you know what Malachi 3:10 says. Bring your tithes to the storehouse and test me and see if I will not open up the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing too great for you to hold. Just saying, try me and see. Try it and see. Jump in, have more fun, be more engaged. So the update. So far, we have had 14 people pledge, either by filling out this card or by going online. If you go to the weekly newsletter, scroll down underneath of Callista's beautiful picture, and you will see Pledge Now. Easy and easier. We have Helen over there in our sanctuary. She has her computer up. At the end of service, you can just get it over with and pledge now, right on the computer. And if you don't get the newsletter, please go to thecenterofpeace.org and you will see where you can sign up for the newsletter. And I was also asked to tell you the stats from before. Someone said, do that again. So in the past, we usually have about 55 people who pledge. And 29 of those people actually support the Center of Peace by 80% of all of our needs. 130. 55 people who pledged and 135 who give. And out of that 135 who give, 29 people make up 80% of all that we collect. And so that leaves the rest of us who are giving about an average of $7 a week. And so if you are one of those and you believe in the oneness and sharing the wealth, join us by increasing that by $5 or $10, and we would make a substantial amount more that we could use to minister to each other with. And let's see. Today, I would first like to say thank you to Pamela Bottoms, who gave us a wonderful talk last week about the importance of serving and why we're here. And so today we have Jeffrey McDaniel, who is about to share why he gives so cheerfully to the Center of Peace. If you want to come on up, Jeff. He said it's going to be short and sweet. and following Jeffrey, we have Helen Moore.
Can you hear me? Oh, yes. My name is Jeffrey McDaniel. I've been attending the Center of Peace since around 2008 or 2009. Wow. And one of the things that resonates with me is when I heard that song this morning, your connection with God, because God is love. And the two questions I got is, why do I give to the Center of Peace? I give to the Center of Peace because I like the growth that we develop from within this group, the people who comes in every Sunday. But I also would like to see this continue for the next generation, the up and coming young folks, if you will. What moves me to give to the Center of Peace? Because of the educational opportunities, the outreach to the community, like what Jerry is doing, the guest speakers, and also my favorite, the choir. Thank you, Reverend, and so it is.
And if I haven't told you, because I forgot, I just want you to know, already 14 people have pledged, and I just pledged this morning, but I forgot to tell you, we have already have committed $75,800. We are so blessed. Come on up, Helen.
Good morning. So I'm going to tell you how religious science influenced my giving, what it meant to me to be in religious science. So I grew up a Methodist with parents who were very definite in tithing. They thought that they should support their spiritual community, so they tithed every Sunday. And they supported their church with their service and their presence. So that's the heritage I grew up in. And at an early age, I was required to tithe. So my first allowance was a big 50 cents. It was a long time ago. And I was required or expected to tithe 25 cents. So we're not asking 50% of your income. That was me as a child. As an adult, I tithed. But then, I was in a church and people complained. And I let other people's fears influence me, and I sort of dropped out of tithing consistently. And what I noticed is that I felt very poor and limited when I wasn't tithing. And I was in West Virginia. I moved to Delaware, got a new job, doubled my income, but I still felt poor and limited, and I worried. And then I came to the hedonist Northeast to find spirituality. So what I think, I found religious science. I joined a center, I took some classes, and I learned that tithing is our way of showing gratitude, or is a spiritual practice of gratitude, one of many. And so I began to tithe again, and I began to be consistent and definite. And what I noticed is that I felt comfortable with what I had. I no longer worried. I was able to pay my bills, and I just felt different. So I want you to notice that. I felt different. That's what the change of consciousness is about. And since I've been here, I've continued to learn. Recently, I read Spiritual Economics, a book by Eric Butterworth, and there are some affirmations I took out of that. So I found this one that I really like. I am a most important person to God. I am a most important person to God, for I am God's living enterprise. And he says, relax in the assurance that you are God's living enterprise and that your good fortune is secure because it is God's good pleasure to give it to you. So I had to look up the definition of enterprise. It's a project or an undertaking. So I am God's project. I'm God's undertaking. And God has all the resources necessary to be successful. So I can relax because I'm going to be successful as God's living enterprise. And you know what? That's true for each and every one of you. And another affirmation I like, and I use this when I do my balance my financial accounts. I make it a spiritual practice, and I use this affirmation. I give thanks to God as the source of my supply, and I bless the channels through which it may appear. Now, all of you are channels for the center of peace. So as we go into the finance room and we count the offering every Sunday, we try to come into this. We actually have this posted in the office. So we bless this congregation as the channel through which the supply of the center of peace can manifest. So I know Pam has been giving out some cards, and Barbara has some affirmation cards. I printed out the affirmations, and I give them to you so that as you consider what you would like to pledge for this next year, you can use these affirmations. And I remind you that if this is a challenge for you or you would like some support, the practitioners are here to support you. Our cards are out here. Grab one, call us. We'd be delighted to pray with you. Thank you.
So the only thing left is for you to fill out a pledge card. And we would like to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I've already received one of these cards that you can leave with us too. And so it is.
So I just wanted to share one or two more things in regards to the pledge program, and that is that November the 12th, we'll be having a gratitude luncheon. That's a Sunday. We usually have our gratitude luncheons on a Saturday, but this year the committee decided to do it on a Sunday so that more people could come and join in. So we hope that you all will be here. We're putting a program together. It'll be centered around Thanksgiving and gratitude. There'll be food and something good to drink. So I wanted to say one more thing about pledging and the Center of Peace. And I talked a little bit 2 weeks ago, I think it was, about why I give to the Center of Peace and why I love the Center of Peace. And the Center of Peace is the backdrop to my joy in my life. You know, I could say, if it wasn't for the Center of Peace, I certainly wouldn't be here. Not doing this, I don't think so. Could have been, but anyway, that's not what I wanted to tell you. What I want to talk a little bit more about is the money. The committee asked me to talk about the money that the Center of Peace already has in the bank. It's important that we have money in the bank for a number of reasons. And the first thing is for sustained growth. As Jeffrey said, for those who come after us. And a part of that is having ourselves prepared for growth opportunities. I didn't know this, and some of you do not know our founding spiritual leader, Reverend Sheila, but when she made her transition in 2017, and I reached out to home office to figure out what the steps were that we needed to take to keep moving, what I found out was that when you are transitioning from minister to minister, senior minister, you have to be able to show those who might be interested in coming to serve in this position that you have money in the bank to pay them. Like you got to have it in there 6 months, something like that, so that people can even come and interview for the position. The other thing we need to have money in the bank and have money there. And Kia can attest to this. When you are looking for a new home or you're looking for a new space, they want to know how much money you got. Can you pay? The other thing is there was a time when there is through Centers for Spiritual Living, another entity that offers grants to spiritual communities, particularly centers for spiritual living, centers all over the world. And one of the requirements to receive funding, you have to have money in the bank. They want to know that you're good stewards and that you're taking care of things and doing what you're supposed to be doing with the money. So I just wanted to share a little bit of that in case some of you did not know it. So it is. All right.
Good morning, family. Good morning. How's everybody feeling? Are you sure? Yes. Let me get this together. How about everybody raising their hands up? You know I'm the lady of love. Yes. Say, I thank you for this day. Thank you. I'm so grateful for this day. Take a deep breath in. Put your hand over your heart. Say, I am love. I am so grateful. And so it is. The song I'm going to sing is My Soul is Welcome Here. Do you all know about that song? Yeah. Who knows about it? Here we go. I had to lotion up my fingers. I'm at the right place at the right time, and I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm at the right place at the right time, and I'm just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm at the right place at the right time, and I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm at the right place at the right time, and I'm just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Woo! How about I love myself so much and I can love you so much that you can love you so much. Then you can start loving me. Come on. I love myself so much that I can love you so much that you can love you so much. Then you can start loving me. One more time. I love myself so much. Woo! If you love you so much that you can love you so much, then you can start loving me.
All right now, go ahead on, Marcy and friends. Always so good, so good, so good. And as a matter of fact, as Jeffrey mentioned, we have youth here. None here today, except we do have one returning youth. I do believe I recognize that guy. Yes, kid, did you bring that beautiful Zanichi with you today? Zanichi. So yeah, say hi to everybody. It's Zanichi. Enlarged, yes, one of our youth. Come back and bring some more babies. Yeah, we need them. We love them. Welcome, 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 Center of Peace. Let me tell you some more about this wonderful thing. First of all, this wonderful thing called abundance. But first, let's all stand for our affirmation. And I'm going to ask you, I'm going to read a little bit, and I ask you to repeat after me, please. Oh, by the way, all of these are submitted by our religious science practitioner, Ms. Callista Dorsey. Yes, indeed. The Creator has created me. The Creator has created me. With no limitation within me. With no limitation within me. I live by the same design of perfection. I live by the same design of perfection. Giving unconditionally. Giving unconditionally. And my faith creates abundance. And my faith creates abundance. And so it is. Please be seated. So let's talk about The Art of Abundance. That's the book by Dennis Merritt Jones, page 134, from which this reading comes. The universe is perpetually exchanging one form of energy for another. In order for abundance in any form to flow into your life, you must also allow it to flow out of your life. The paradox of being in the flow affirms that by forming a vacuum, you are preparing to fill that void by both giving, letting go, and receiving, accepting. There is more to the paradox called the law of circulation than giving and receiving. You are also required to utilize that which flows to you. The principle of abundance cannot serve you if you do not wisely use the gifts it brings to you. You must complete the cycle between receiving and releasing. If you fail to do so, you are circumventing the natural flow, and stagnation will result. Because fear always pushes against the natural flow of life, it causes suffering. When resistance becomes a habit, it spills over into every area of your life, which is the pipeline through which the abundant flow becomes clogged. Knowing that the universe always affirms your deepest beliefs, what signals are you sending now? Remembering that you are an energy conduit, observe the ways that you are already in the flow. Notice how the law of circulation is currently working in your life. Then notice how you might be obstructing the flow in some areas. What actions can you take to begin forming a vacuum and thereby become open to the flow of the greater good? You are the only person who determines how abundance shall flow into your life. The law of circulation is always available to you. Accessing and using it is a choice.
you make with every breath you take, and of course, every breath you release. And so it is. Thank you.
Now, the next song is all about love. And it's called Put a Love in Your Heart. Do you all know that song? Yes? Who said yes? I want to hear everybody say yes because you're going to sing it with me. You got to help me out. You know what? I have to really, calm it down because I used to play a lot of funk. And I'm trying to, Will is helping me to keep it down. And Kamara trying to keep it down. Should I do that song? Put a little love. Talk later. Okay. I like that song. Should we do that? Okay. Think of your fellow man. Should I do? Later. Okay. We're going to change the words to the song. And it's about light. Say, the light. Come on. The light. Do, 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 do. The light. And say, do, 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 do. No, y'all say do, 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 do. Come on now. Come on, I ain't got long. Come on. Let me turn it up. Okay. I'm a sweet, sweet lady, and I don't do nothing shady. Oh, people walking around with their heads on the phone hanging on down. You gotta get the light, the light. Do, 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 do. Get right. Come on, help me. Do, 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 do. The light. Come on, help me out. Come here. Do, 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 do. The light.
It's all about the intention. All about the intention.
The light. Do, 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 do. Get right. Do, 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 do. The light. Do, 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 do. Get right. Oh, I'm a sweet, sweet lady. And we don't do nothing shady in Centerpiece but love. Oh, people walking around, smiling and hugging all around. We got Reverend T to give us the message because she's guided by the divine light.
Yes, yes.
And she listens to the holy, 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 Holy Spirit.
Yes.
And we listen to, yes, can I see you say yes?
Yes.
We are light, say I am light,
I am light.
I am peace,
I am peace.
light all around me.
Light all around me.
I am light,
Light.
I am love,
I am love.
wrapped all around me.
Wrapped all around me.
And so it is,
And so it is.
and so it is.
And so it is.
you, Marcy. Thank you, Will. Can we give them another round of applause? Good. All right. So we've been all year long talking about releasing and letting go. And we will be doing that today as well, letting that ish go. More specifically today, I'm giving you a warning right now, as I have been for the last 2 weeks. We're going to be talking about money today. And don't nobody panic. And don't nobody leave. We're making peace with our money. That's what we're doing. So, a few spiritual principles and practice, spiritual principles. I always like to start the talk with, is it this or what's going on here? This mic? Oh, the other mic. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. No? Does that go? Should I use this? Turn this off? What do you want me to do? Oh, you hear it fine? Oh, okay. All right, okay. Once I get myself together in front of the world. All right. Spiritual principles to get us started, to set the tone for the message. The spiritual principles, you can find a copy of this if you download the QR code. If you receive our mail through Constant Contact, there's a link that'll get you to this that has all of the jargon on here, something other than what you'll find if you do a search for Ernest Holmes and What We Believe. So this morning we're working with spiritual principle number 1. We believe in God, the living spirit, almighty one, indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause. We believe this one manifests itself in and through all creation, but is not absorbed by its creation. Spiritual principle number 6. We believe in the unity of all life, and that the highest God and the innermost God is one God. We believe that God is personal to all who feel this indwelling presence. Spiritual principle 11. We believe in our own soul, our own spirit, and our own destiny. We understand that the life of all is God. And finally, spiritual principle 10. We believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life to all. So, I want to just start out by sharing this. Ernest Holmes says this in the Science of Mind textbook. He says, love rules through law. He goes on to say words like this: all is love, yet all is law. Love is divine givingness, law is the way. Love is spontaneous and law is personal. Infinite spirit operating through an infinite and immutable law. Cosmos, not chaos, finds an eternal existence in reality. So, what is all that? I want to take an opportunity to just try to simplify it because it's important. Now, this is a first-time thing. I've never given quizzes, but I'm going to quiz y'all today at the end of the service. So tell your neighbor, pay attention. Pay attention. I'm going to give you the answers to the questions right now. Here we go. Love asks, what do you know? Law asks, what do you want? Love asks, what do you know? Love asks, what do you know? Law asks, what do you want? Law asks, what do you want? Here it is, the first time. Don't let me trip you up. Law asks, what do you want? And love asks, what do you know? Y'all got it. Okay, now let's talk about money. We're talking about money so that we can think about money. Because when we think about money, we can change our minds about money. And when we change our minds about money, then we can change our behavior around money. We can stop keeping money at bay. We can stop creating a block or blocking money to flow to us. We can stop calling it evil. We can change our behaviors. And we change our behavior so we can change our action. So that we can start opening up to it as a real, constant, increasing experience in our life. So we can come to truly rely upon the source of all things more than anything. Our brothers and sisters down the street, they might say something like this: the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. The same thing that they are saying, we are saying. Love asks you, what do you know? And the law asks you, what do you want? The Lord, the law, love, and the law is my shepherd. I shall not want. Okay. So, last week I shared with you what Reverend Ike said. And Reverend Ike, I shared with you all, lived for a long time, and he was flamboyant, and he taught New Thought, and you can go and you can look at his videos, and trust me, you want to listen to Reverend Ike. But last week I shared with you all what Reverend Ike said, which is the same thing Ernest Holmes said, which is the same thing Napoleon Hill said, which is the same thing Catherine Ponder said, which is the same thing Charles Fillmore said, which is the same thing Jesus said, whatsoever you desire. Reverend Ike said, be definite with the infinite. And so I asked, how much money do you want? Be definite with the infinite. And if it's money that you are not seeking, what do you want? Be definite with the infinite. And so after service, a few people came up quickly after service. We saying, so it is, and they were like, Rev. Okay. Listen, they said this, and I thought it was a good question. They said, and I'm sure probably others was thinking the same thing. He said, why would we limit the infinite by being definite? Since all has been given, why not ask for all? That was the question. So, in the Science of Mind textbook, which is a book written by Ernest Holmes, who's the founder of Science of Mind, which we are a part of Centers for Spiritual Living who teach Science of Mind. In the textbook on page 40, I read this last week. Here's what Ernest Holmes says. He says, we should approach the study of this science rationally, never expecting to derive any benefits from it that its principle does not contain. You can't put anything into the principle, and you can't take anything out of the principle. You can't manage the principle, and you can't manipulate the principle. The principle is foolproof. mathematically. Okay, he goes on page 46 to say, it should be considered right to live and to enjoy living. To be well, happy, and to express freedom is to be in accord with the divine law and wisdom. Here is latitude enough for the most expectant and the most enthusiastic. He says that the one who wishes to demonstrate some particular good must be conscious of this particular good if he wishes to experience it. Listen, all the men in the world are available to you. That don't mean you want all the men in the world. Right? Therefore, we must make our mind receptive to it, and we must do this consciously. There's no hocus pocus in this mental treatment. It is always definite, conscious, concrete, and explicit. We are dealing with intelligence and should deal with it intelligently. He says, the mind must conceive before creative energy can produce. We must supply the avenue through which it can work. It is ready and willing. It is its nature to spring into being through our thought and action. Pay attention. In an iron foundry, the pig iron is thrown into a great furnace and melted. That which was solid becomes liquid and is then poured into molds which are fashioned into different shapes. The iron itself neither knows nor cares what particular form it takes. It is formless, ready to take any form supplied. If we did not place it in the proper molds, the liquid would assume no particular form. This is the way it is in dealing with the subtle energy of spirit. But the molds are made in our own subjective minds through conscious and specific thought, purpose, and direction. We should be very careful not to think that because we make the mold, we must create the substance. Therefore, if a man is seeking to demonstrate, he must tell himself that he has faith in his power, in his ability, and in the principle, and in the certainty of the demonstration for which he works. Basically, what he just said, what do you want? All right. So, the reading also said you have to have faith. You got to have faith in the principle, and you got to have faith in yourself. We can say, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. But how many of us really believe that? I mean, really. If you believed it, you'd have everything you want. And I'm not going to ask you whether or not you have everything you want. Ernest Holmes says that the law doesn't know anything of big or small. It doesn't care whether you ask for $1 or $1 million or a sack of beans. Love asks you, what do you know? And the law asks you, what do you want? And Reverend Ike said, if you don't know what you want, you just have to take what you get. You just have to take all and everything that comes with all. Okay? So we got to get very, very, very clear about what we are thinking and what we are feeling. Let us consider this, that maybe one reason we don't want to be definite is because we don't want to think. We don't want to think because we don't think we can demonstrate. Let me give it to you like this. When I say, how much money do you want, you don't want to come forward with a particular number, or if it's money that you don't want, and I say, well, what do you want? You don't want to come forward with what you want because you don't think you can demonstrate. So, you just don't say anything. Or you just throw out something. $1 million. Listen, you have to be definite in every area of your life. You got to tap into what you know and cause an effect in your life. You don't want to say $50,000 or $100,000, say how much money you want. You don't want to say $500,000. You're scared to say $1 million because you don't think you can demonstrate it. You don't want to say a rich and meaningful relationship because you don't know if you can demonstrate it or not. What do you want? You don't want to say a new house on the hill because you don't know if you can demonstrate it or not. The teaching does not expound all or nothing. That's not the teaching. Nor does the teaching say that you can get something from nothing. Listen, all equals no thing. Why you have to be definite and not just go for all? Because all equals no thing until you tell it the something to become. You have to give it direction. It states the teaching states that all equals no thing until you cause it to be something. You have to be definite with the infinite. In Living the Science of Mind on page 344 and 345, Ernest Holmes says this. He says, the law of mental equivalence should never be overlooked. For it is the law which decides how much of this infinite thing we are to experience. We cannot experience more than we can accept, but we can expect more than we have been experiencing if we are willing to start from where we are today, creating a little bigger, broader, and better mental equivalence than we had yesterday. We shall progressively advance. In actual practice, we make definite statements, as we have repeatedly emphasized. As Twana has told you time and time. No, he didn't say that. He says, if you want a home, treat for a home. If you want an automobile, treat definitely for an automobile. And if you want a certain sum of money, treat definitely for that sum of money. There is nothing materialistic about this, since all things emanate from pure spirit and return again to it. In actual practice, having first complied with the law and with spirit, do not hesitate to work definitely for what you want. Not to do so would be to deny the very principle which you have affirmed, to inhibit the operation of the very law which you have come to understand. An intelligent perspective of the operation of this law should cause us to know that when we work, we should work definitely for what we want. There is no other way. The Spirit can give us only what we take, and our taking is mental. How can the mind accept what it rejects, entertain what it refuses to listen to, possess what it casts out, or have what it will not take? This is not only unthinkable, it is impossible. Something from nothing is impossible. Equating all to the allness and that we can have it all is saying that you want no thing. You have to be definite with the infinite. When we work, we should work definitely for what we want. How much money you want? What do you want? Some of you, we asked this question last week. I would ask you today, you still don't know how much money you want. So here's the thing. Being definite with the infinite, it doesn't mean that the money is going to fall from the tree. That's not what it means. Being definite with the infinite, it doesn't mean that no more than that the money is going to fall from the tree. It doesn't mean that the house is going to fall from the sky. I mean, have you seen any houses fall from the sky? I know you have. Have you seen any monies fall from the tree? No. So, you will, though, however, be led to money. What I mean by that is you'll get an idea. Or the money will be drawn to you. It is the leading and the drawing that is done with ease and grace. Not the money falling in your lap, the man falling in your lap, the woman falling, you wake up and suddenly the man is in the bed. No. No. Once you are led to the money, there are things that you're going to have to do. And that's where the rubber hits the road. You know what I mean? Like spirit, God, life is like, okay, there go your $1 million. That is, right over there. You're going to have to do a little work. And that's when you go, work? Let something go. You go, no. I ain't doing that. Right? And the real sassy people be like, what I'm not going to do. There go your $100,000 right there. You might be like, you have to do a little bit of work. Nah. I'm retired. I ain't doing that. Right? You're going to have to do a little something. Listen, here's the thing. You got to make up your mind to get it in your mind so that you don't revert to never mind. You got to make up your mind so you can get it in your mind so that you don't revert to never mind. When the Spirit says, here it is, you're going to have to do a little something, right? The Spirit says, I want the man, listen, you're going to have to do a little something. You're going to have to get up out of bed. You're going to have to comb your hair. You might have to cook. What I'm not going to do, right? Oh, you got a number in mind? You want to release a little weight? Okay, here we go. Get on up, go to the gym. What I'm not going to do. You got to be definite with the infinite. You got to be willing to do a little work. The money is not falling from the trees and the house is not going to fall from the sky. Reverend Ike says some of us ain't got nothing because we won't decide nothing. You won't be definite with the infinite. You'd rather say, give me all, which means give me nothing. No thing. We have to be definite with the infinite. Love asks you, and the law asks you, the law asks you, and love asks you, yes. And that's not two separate things, it's one thing. It never just asks, what do you know? It follows it with, what do you want? What do you know? All has already been given. I'm one with the infinite intelligence, the bounty and the beauty, the abundance. It's everywhere. I'm one with this infinite expression of love, and it is giving of itself to all. How much do you want? What do you want? You got to be definite with the infinite. Make up your mind, get it in your mind, so you revert to never mind. This is a practice. And when we make up our minds, we condition ourselves to receive. When we make up our minds, we condition ourselves to receive. When you are definite, you're getting yourself in a place where you can receive. When you know what it is that you want, you are getting yourself ready to receive. Make up your mind. Take it. The reading said you got to take what's been given. Making up your mind and being definite is taking it, receiving it, creating the conditions so that we can receive. Make up your mind so you can get it in mind, so you don't revert to never mind. Come on, practitioners. Join me as we come together just simply to further anchor the ideas, the words, and the songs, and the love that has been expressed today. Let us come to know truly, truly that there is but one life, one mind, one power, one presence. It is love and it is law. It is the love that shares and gives, all for us to know and to understand. It is the law that is working on our behalf, that is impersonal, that does not care who is impressing upon it. It just says yes. Let us come to know that we are one with love and we are one with the law. Let us come to know today that the law is my shepherd, that I shall not want. In it, let us be bold and definite, deliberate, in expressing what it is that we want. Let us state it clearly. Let us state it into that which is infinite in its expression. Let us prepare ourselves then to receive the good from on high. Let us prepare ourselves then to be led to the land of milk and honey. Let us be open to receiving the bounty of beauty and opulence all around us. Let us in this moment begin to see righteously and to hear what we've never heard before. This is prosperity and this is abundance. This is being available and being one with the source of all things. I affirm for me and I affirm for you that we are changing our thinking about money. We are no longer keeping money at bay. We're opening up the avenue for money to flow to us, through us, for us to use and to circulate, and for money to find its way back home. Just as we are drawing to us love and joy and peace, an infinite amount of it, for us to use and for us to circulate and for it to find its way back home, pressed down and running over. Oh, let us all come to know that this is true, and that the whole universe is conspiring for our good, desiring to give us whatever it is that we want, that we desire. I give thanks for this. I give thanks for this moment, this opportunity to be able to speak these words and to know surely, to state it from a place of faith and belief. I am grateful. I'm grateful to know this for me and for you. I'm grateful to know this as the truth and let everything else go. Let us be so moved in this moment then just to simply gather all the words that have been spoken, all the songs that have been sang, to take with us all the love that has been expressed and to use it, to share it with others, knowing that it's coming back to us, that it might leave our hand, but it don't leave our mind. This is good. I am grateful. Let us come together in agreement then, claiming it to be so by saying, and so it is.
bear the burdens that sometimes come living this thing called life. Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God is, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God is, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? Will I have the health of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place. I am the place where God. You are the place. Moves and breathes and has we are the place where God shows up. I am the place. I am the place where God. You are the place.
And so it is. So it is. All right. So we're ready to move forward with our service today, and I'd like to call forth our ushers and ask you all to take out your gifts, your tithes and your offerings, and hold them in your hands and close to your heart as we just take a moment to bring into the room all who have given online, who give online, that we bring it all into this moment of prayer, this moment of gratitude, this moment of giving thanks. Join me in turning within and realizing right here and right now that we are ever one with the source of all things. It is infinite in its expression. Its substance awaits our recognition. And we come together now, just enjoy doing so. Recognition of what it is in our life, the opportunities that it has provided for us in our life. We give thanks for this money substance that we are sharing now with the Center of Peace. And I give thanks for all that we receive in this moment, knowing that it moves the Center of Peace forward and creating an even more safer place and an even more sacred space for anybody and everybody who is ready to affirm that love is always asking me, what do I know? And the law is always asking me, what do I want? So I know, just as we are blessed by all that we receive, that the giver is blessed 1,000,000 times fold. It can be no other way. So for every cent that we receive, I give thanks. I do give thanks. And so it is.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for all
And so it is. So it is. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Jeffrey. All right, we did it again. Let's all please stand as we prepare to sing our closing song, Our Release. You can find the lyrics to the song if you download the QR code. The lyrics are also going around if you don't know the lyrics to the song as our choir members make their way forward. I want to remind you that if you are desiring prayer, that our licensed professional practitioners stand ready to join you in knowing the truth with you, for you, and about you. All right.
Pam, there was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. Now I can say, if you're discouraged, trying just to make it through another day, you have got to let it go. Let it go. Let it all go. Let it go. Let it go. And this is what you have to say, everybody. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free. No more strife. With my faith, I see the light. Yes, I am free. I am free. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Run my life. And my heart is open wide. My heart is open wide. For God, no more struggle and no more strife. With my faith, you gotta see, I am free in the Spirit. Only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
So, as we journey on throughout our week, pop quiz. Love asks,
What do you know?
and the law asks,
What do you want?
and so it is.
When you give up the fight, I will give you the stars. Then what you have is who you are. The soul knows when a door is closed too tightly. The soul knows you can give it all away, but keep some for you and know what you're here for. Know what you're here for. I know you. I hear you speak the same words as me. In a way, you keep me safe and living free. When you give up the world, I will give you my love. Then who you are is more than enough. The soul knows when a door is closed too tightly. The soul knows you can give it all away, but keep some for you and know what you're here for. And know what you're here for. And let your heart belong. A soul for each of us. Bring yourself to tears, for all you are is all there is. The soul knows when a door is closed. The soul knows. The soul knows when a door is closed too tightly. Oh, and the soul knows, and you can give it all away, but keep some for you and know what you're here for. Know what you're here for. Know what you're here for.
Here's a technique to attract younger women without being a sugar daddy. So now when you do this, it feels totally innocent and it's very playful and fun and enjoyable for women. The way it works is that it fills her mind with a lot of little fantasies and